Welcome back, everybody, to Caravan of Garbage, where we're wrapping up this batch of Mission Impossible movies, aren't we?
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. You said Mission Impossible earlier, and you've cut it out in the edit.
No, I haven't.
Interesting.
And this is also cut out, so don't even worry about it.
That's great. I love that. Fast and efficient. It's like Tom Cruise.
Like Mission Impossible. Ah!
Ha ha! Yes.
Leave a like, because I'm human, just like Tom Cruise, sort of.
He's not human. I think if we've established anything from rewatching these, he's not human, right?
Well, I tell you what, Mason. Ethan Hunt is having a bad time at the start of this movie. He's having the Sarah Connor Terminator 2 dream, where they're obliterated by a big bomb and they're turned to skeletons.
What a nice dream. I guess I'll continue having this dream. I'm getting married, and this mysterious man is marrying me and my wonderful wife, who I love. I'll just keep dreaming. I love this dream. Oh, this dream's getting weird.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's the guy from the last movie, and he's in his grubby era. Look how grubby he is now.
I thought we didn't do recurring villains. God damn it.
That's right.
I do like the idea of recurring villains, though. This, more than any other Mission Impossible movie, feels like a direct sequel.
Yes, that's right.
Now they're at the point where they're like, you remember? You remember, right?
We got to learn a lesson from Casino Royale to Quantum of Solace, but 10 years later and infinitely better. If we could do that.
Absolutely, yeah. Now, Mason, their mission this time, should they choose to accept it,
They do, spoiler alert.
Yep, is to not leave plutonium unattended.
Yeah, would have been pretty easy. They do such a good job initially.
I agree.
Benji grabs the case, he's like, got a hold of this case. And then they're like, boy, I can't hold this gun one-handed and also hold this briefcase one-handed.
Yep.
Better drop one of them.
Yep.
Oh, where's it gone? It's gone. I would have dropped the gun and be like, I've got a gun. I've got a backup spare gun.
I think you could wave the plutonium.
Yeah.
I've got a big batch of plutonium.
I'll drop this on the ground, it'll kill us all. You don't know that won't happen. You don't know.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
I'm bad at my job. We've established he's bad at his job, right? I feel like, maybe not me, a more competent version of me would be a better agent than Benji. I can't hack.
I have some notes here about the IMF agent sort of qualification procedure.
You have to be mates with Tom Cruise, right?
Well, first that. Second one is I reckon I could guess most of the matching code phrases they use, because it's always like, the warrior looks out of the storm and everybody's like, look out for the storm. I could be like, the warrior is the storm, and they'd go, yeah, close enough. It's not hard.
Yeah, you're right, yeah.
Just work it through in your brain.
You're saying it should be something like entirely random.
Yes. And also, boy, those mission briefings have a lot of information in them. In this one, first you've got to stick your finger on that thumbtack and get blood into the thing, and then it reads your DNA into a book or whatever, and then it pops up the little Viewmaster reel thing, and then it projects a hologram onto the wall. But then it's going, look, okay, and then you're looking after a man, you're looking for John Lark, and he's built a terrorist organization, but there's also another terrorist organization.
Oh, wait, stop. Does this pause?
And then it's like, this will self-destruct in 5 seconds, and I'm like, oh God, where's the back button?
Yeah.
Where's the back button?
There's no back button. I can't hear you. We just say this at the end of them.
You look like a guy who needs a back button, but to be clear, there isn't one. I'd be lost. I'd be hoping everybody else on the team has gotten it and has maybe screenshotted it, taken a photo with their phone off the wall, maybe.
I think that's fine. So, do you think though, and it's never happened in a movie,
in any movie?
I feel maybe not in any movie.
Okay.
Can you not accept the mission? I mean, they're paying you. So, like, do you have to?
I bet there's one guy in the office. He did one. He knocked it out of the park in like 1968 or whatever. Yeah. And he just hasn't taken a mission since then. And they can't fire him because it's in his contract.
Yeah.
And they're like, boy,
Good union.
Yeah, really good unions. He's like, well, I could do it, but if I fail, the world will be consumed by nuclear fire, so maybe you could get another. And they're like, God damn it, he's got us with occupational health and safety once again.
Who wants a 50% strike rate?
Right?
Fuck that.
Yeah.
You know what I love?
What's that?
A fake hospital room.
Yes. And that's what I love about that's what I love about Mission Impossible Fallout.
Where'd they get the footage even? Like ruined cities. Is that from the movie G.I. Joe Retaliation?
It's from the video game Fallout. They just took some cutscenes from Fallout.
Okay.
Anyway, what I love about Mission Impossible Fallout is it does contain all the elements of the series of like great espionage movies, generally like fun ones.
Oh, this is the best one, by the way.
This is the best one, yeah. If people are wondering what our opinions on it, it's the best one.
Yep.
It's got all the elements we love. It's got masks. They've built a whole fake hospital room to trick a guy, and they've dressed up Benji as
They
Wolf
did that
Blitzer
sort of in like the first one.
Yeah, but
not like this.
But that's the thing, they're bringing it all back.
Yeah, man.
And right at the end of if we can rush to the end of the movie, when Henry Cavill and Tom Cruise tumble off the side of that cliff, and only Tom Cruise reemerges.
But how does he have the skills?
When I saw that in the cinema, I stood up and I pointed at the screen. I said, he's maintained his rock climbing skills from Mission Impossible 2. You thought we've all forgot about Mission Impossible 2, but we didn't.
We didn't.
It has all the best stuff from the previous stuff.
But it's not just like, here's that thing exactly as it was done. It's like an improvement on it. You know what's amazing?
What's that?
You might not know this, but Wolf Blitzer actually played himself. That's not Simon Pegg in real life pretending to be Wolf Blitzer. They paid him money, I assume, to come in and pretend to be Simon Pegg playing Wolf Blitzer.
That is a deception on par with Mission Impossible 3. When we've got Philip Seymour Hoffman playing Tom Cruise playing Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Oh my God.
You know, it's better.
I completely
told you
agree.
everything's better.
Yeah. Well, here's something that's better. Henry Cavill looks better in a mustache.
Absolutely.
Quite frankly. I know people, like, they love his Superman or whatever, but fuck Superman. This is the
right.
look. This is the guy, right?
Absolutely.
I don't want to see the Witcher in his stupid wig. This is the look.
Sensible, short back and sides haircut. And then you give him a mustache, you give him a bunch of stubble. He's looking great.
There's the bit where his beard grows in.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, with that moment, I saw an interview with Tom Cruise. It's just
Magic.
like that.
It's just magic.
I guess it's like a lighting and shadow and angle situation. Anyways, we've talked about it before because we have covered Justice League 2017.
That's right.
But can you please recap the mustache situation?
Well, so back in the day...
I know people know this, but
Yes.
this is somebody's first video on the internet ever.
Also, it gets bigger with the telling. Well, let's add some lies to it. Let's add some lies to it and pretend they're true.
Great.
So, prior to this, Henry Cavill had filmed for Warner Brothers all the initial shots for 2017's Justice League. And then he moved on to his next project, which was this one, Mission Impossible Fallout, for Paramount. And then Warner Brothers contacted Paramount and said, hey, we're having a little bit of a problem with Justice League in that we hate everything that's been filmed and we need to reshoot everything. Can we have Henry Cavill back for a little bit?
Because he's Superman.
That's right. And they were like, sure, why not? And they said, also, since we've got you here, can we also have him shave his mustache off? And they said, absolutely not, because he's got to come back. He's got to shoot again straight away. And they're like, how about we get our hair and makeup team to just do the hard yards, and we will build the perfect replica of that hair and mustache.
Or even like CGI it on. We'll pay for that for you.
That's right. And they're like, no, because it's not going to be the same. People will notice, and most importantly, Tom Cruise will notice. And you don't want Tom Cruise to notice, and you do not want Tom Cruise to notice and go, me no like you.
Yeah.
So
look, I advise anybody, whether you're doing something that Tom Cruise approves of or not, you don't want to get noticed by that guy. He's going to be coming at you with you're not ready. You're not ready, quite frankly.
That's right. It's a real Mr. Burns shave those sideburns situation. Paramount essentially said, look, you can borrow him, but you're either filming a Superman with a mustache or...
that's what you're doing.
That's what you're doing. That's basically what you're doing. So they did, and look, as we've said before, as I'm sure a lot of people know, visual effects artists can do amazing things, flawless miracles, if given enough time, but they were not given enough time, and so we end up with this. Here it is.
Exactly. And this
a real close-up. A real close-up of our walrus top lip.
I don't like it.
It's no good.
Well, it's probably the better movie though, right?
This movie is better, yes. This movie is better, actually, yes.
Okay.
It's because they committed and they held their ground.
Absolutely. That's what you gotta do.
2017's Justice League is a movie made by people who didn't hold their ground.
You're 100% right. So there's a number of big stunts in this, and the one, I guess, which got the most kind of play before the movie came out was the Halo jump. Now, I'll talk about the specifics
because if it's called the Halo jump, because if you fail, you get a Halo. Because you die.
The video game.
Yes.
But the first one. Do you get an Xbox?
You do not get an Xbox.
Hardly worth it, then.
Just got to spin the disc on your finger like an absolute chump.
Now, I feel like that jump is great, but it is also obscured by like CGI lightning and fog, and I'll talk about the specifics of how they did it. But I feel like there's probably not stuff more dangerous than that in this movie, but most of the other stunts and big action sequences I feel are more appealing than this.
Yeah.
Even though this is clearly technically the most difficult thing to do. But if you think about how like Tom Cruise is flying a helicopter for real and he's climbing in and around it, and he does that big drop off it, like the bathroom fight, the rock climbing, I feel like all of those things feel better than this, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Bathroom fight though, what I love about that is it's just out of nowhere.
Yeah.
You don't know what's going to happen, and it's not even that long.
Yeah.
I remember it going for like 19 minutes.
Yeah.
But it's...
You look at the guy and you're like, a guy in a fancy vest like that should be able to fight like that. But no, a guy in a vest like that is exactly the kind of guy who can fight like that.
Really incredible.
And I appreciate that Cavill and Tom Cruise are like, yeah, we'll take our lumps in this.
Yeah.
You know?
Maybe some other franchises could learn from that, Mason. Yeah.
The Mario Brothers franchise.
Yeah, I know, right? He's eating all those mushrooms. He got power-ups. Ridiculous.
Embarrassing.
Yeah. But even though it's like a shorter sequence than I remember, it's so brutal and intense and well choreographed, and every moment and punch in it is slightly different than the last. Like, it's not slap, 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 slap. It's not like the same thing again and again, you know?
Uh-huh, yeah.
Yeah.
And you love it so much, it's going to be the basis for this week's stunt. I'm going to judo flip you through a mirror.
It won't be that. It'll be a different
It'll be a
stunt,
different
Mason.
stunt. Okay, cool. All right.
I don't want 7 years bad luck or to be judo flipped through a mirror. But it took 3 weeks to film, and it absolutely shows. Now, are you familiar with the big run? He does a big run. He goes,
do a big
look how
run.
big run I do.
That's right. Oh boy, here I go, doing a big run again.
Do you know what this big run is famous for, though?
The biggest, longest run?
No, it's
The Guinness World Record for biggest, longest run?
not quite.
Okay.
He breaks his foot at the end of it in real life.
Oh, I see.
So when he makes that jump, and you see him get up because they left it in, and you see him hobble away, that's because he broke his foot for real.
boy.
Yeah, or ankle, sorry. Lower leg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His whole lower leg came off from the knee down. Just turned to soup.
I also feel like the fight at the end in that rock surface, and Henry Cavill's got Huffy's face like melted off, and they're screaming at each other or whatever. Maybe they're not screaming. Are they screaming?
You were screaming.
I was screaming.
Get him, Tom! Get him! Save your estranged wife, Tom! Get him! You gotta get the fuse or whatever.
Oh my God, his estranged wife. Let's talk about relationships in this. Rebecca Ferguson returns as the sort of love interest, which I feel like they're very slowly dropping.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
A sort of love triangle that never was, really.
Yeah, absolutely. She was actually pregnant while filming this movie and was about 7 months pregnant by the time it was completed. So Vanessa Kirby, she shows up as the White Widow, who's also a double agent. What I didn't realize is that she's the daughter of Max from the first movie.
What?
Yeah, because she does
I have vague memories of Max.
Yeah.
I remember the name. It's very punchy.
She died canonically in like 2017 within the universe, I believe, or something like that. So yeah, because she does a tribute speech to her late mother, Max, who she describes as a lover of paradoxes.
Oh.
So yeah, but apparently though, you might not have picked up on it because that's not clarified on screen.
It's in the video game?
Yeah, exactly.
It's in the cereal?
Yeah.
You open up a box of Mission Impossible O's?
Exactly. But I do love also how Luther's job in this particular movie, well, it's a number of things. One is to explain that Ethan cannot be in a relationship with a single human being because he's too in love with the world and everybody in it so much.
That's right.
All of the time.
In a way, he's everyone's husband. He's got 8 billion wives, and it's all of us.
But not Michelle Monaghan.
That's right.
Who's hanging out with Wes Bentley. What kind of beard has he got this time? Has he got his weird Hunger Games beard? He should have kept it. It's
pretty close.
That was his best look.
That's right. Wes Bentley, from hometown boy from West Bentley. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Speaking of hometown boys, though, do you know who doesn't return in this? You probably know. I'll give you a clue.
Oh, go on.
It's Jeremy.
It is Jeremy Renner. Sorry, I'd forgotten. I'd forgotten about him for several weeks.
But he was supposed to be.
I mean, I know we talked about him last week, but
We did.
I forgot about him for several weeks.
No, you don't need to.
Okay, great.
So he was supposed to be in it initially. His role was kind of interesting, but he was filming several Avengers movies at the time. And the original idea in this was to kill one of Ethan's team members. So they were thinking at that exchange at the start with the plutonium, it was going to be maybe Luther or Benji.
Okay.
And then Christopher McQuarrie thought, well, let's kill Jeremy Renner.
And then they were like, that sounds like a crime. And he's like, okay, let's kill Jeremy Renner's character.
Who is also named Jeremy Renner.
Yes, that's
By
right.
coincidence, yeah. But apparently Jeremy Renner didn't want to take a paycheck for 3 days and then getting blown up. So that's why he
man.
was written out.
Wow. Well, that's not the Hollywood spirit, is it?
I agree.
Come on, man. Who would... James, you would love... I don't know about you, but I would love to
Mason,
take a 3-day paycheck and get blown up in a Mission Impossible movie.
Yeah, I would. Yeah. I was going to say I don't love anything, but I would love that. And I love my family.
That's true. Well, they could do it out in your front yard.
Good.
James, don't let them get the plutonium. And then it's just suburban explosion.
And I feel like also the audience are moved, you know? They see that, they go, wow, what a powerful character. This is probably the most emotional moment in any of these movies. Yeah. Now here's the question.
Go on.
It's a question we always come back to. Does he go rogue? Now I thought he was going rogue.
Go on.
Especially when he knocked out one Alec Baldwin. Like, I'm going rogue on you, Alec Baldwin. R.I.P. by the way, he's out of this franchise. Or he isn't. No, this isn't really the kind of franchise where if you die, you come back.
That's correct. Unless you're like, you know.
It could be within them. Like John Voight did it in like one movie.
Yeah. If you see the corpse, they're pretty definitively dead. Well, actually, that's not true. But if you know.
I mean, Henry Cavill took a hook to the face and fell off a cliff into an explosion. I'm sure there's a way he could be like, that wasn't him and it was a mask and whatever. I'm sure there is a way to do that, but I feel like maybe don't.
We swapped him midair with Jeremy Renner. Jeremy Renner's dead.
Not the character Jeremy Renner. Here's the thing though. He's gone rogue in all of these movies. I don't think he goes rogue in this one.
I don't think he does go rogue in this one. You pose the question to me and I'm like, I don't know if he does.
I mean, he's got like certain factions.
I suspect the CIA would say he's going rogue.
Yes. But he's doing all of this within the realm of the Mission Impossible team.
Yes, that's right.
He gets permission to go rogue from Alec Baldwin.
That's right.
But in Alec Baldwin dying, then who's he reporting to?
It's true.
I don't know.
Just God, I guess.
Just God.
Or does God report to him?
No, he reports to Xenu, and then Xenu passes a message via God to Tom Cruise.
Oh, that's great. That's terrific.
What about his hair? Because I feel like this is now the look. Right?
Yeah.
This is now the Ethan Hunt look. We're not getting wacky hairstyles anymore.
Yeah, right.
This is the character.
This is solid hair.
Yeah.
You know, it's not
in his face.
That's true. It's not Mission Impossible 1 short. It's not Mission Impossible 2 anime hair.
Yeah.
It's just solid, dependable. He can maybe style it a little depending on his role, you know, if he wants to go on undercover as a punk or a hippie, for example.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Which he often does, no doubt.
That's right.
No, I don't disagree. Anyways, it's time to do some trivia, Mason, and this segment, as you know, is called Tom CRUISEVIA. Should you cruise to accept it?
I do cruise to accept it.
Some great trivia. Tom Cruise trained for an entire year to perform the Halo jump. It's called Halo because it's called High Altitude Low Opening, just so you know. You said it was the disc thing, but it's this.
Huh, interesting.
Yeah, there you go.
I still think it's the disc thing.
Might be the disc thing. So Alan Hewitt, who was the skydiving coordinator on this movie, says that...
Jesus Christ, this is too dangerous. You can't do it, Tom Cruise.
Don't
He's like,
do it!
No,
I'm already doing it.
Yeah, that's right.
He said it takes an accelerated freefall instructor over 1,000 jumps to get it right, and something like 70% of the people who try to qualify at the instructor level fail. Tom had just 100 jumps to perfect this. And some say he did. Tom Cruise broke his ankle. Apparently it was his ankle, I guess.
I knew that already, actually.
Yeah, me too. Shooting was delayed 8 weeks following the injury, and the footage of the stunt, as mentioned, it's in the trailers and it's in the movie. But to this day, Tom Cruise still refers to this stunt as the easiest of all that he's had to do for this film. That's incredible, Tom Cruise.
That's great.
Yeah.
Breaking my ankle was one of the easiest stunts I've ever done. Just put all my weight on it.
Just landed weird.
Yeah, I didn't even have to do it 100 times. They said I might have to do it 1,000 times to break my ankle. That's what the breaking my leg instructor said, but I did it in one. You're welcome, Christopher McQuarrie.
Apparently, he was also back on his feet in like record time. He was
His
like,
foot.
Foot. He's like, I'm gonna do incredible physio. I'm gonna be back to my best, and he was. The film had 3,000 setups, 13 helicopters, 6 pregnancies (brackets all different women apparently).
Whoa.
5 hiatuses, 4 weeks of aerial photography over 3 continents, 2 winters, and of course 1 broken ankle.
That's right.
That's right. Are you ready for a big stunt, Mason?
Yeah.
Here we go. You're not going to believe this, everybody. I just did my big stunt, and in the process, I dropped my phone, which was recording it, and I've fallen down on my bottom really badly. If only I could reach my phone and call for help. I'll just try now. Damn it, it's just out of reach. Ollie, my one true friend, please go to my phone and call 000, which is the Australian equivalent of 911. Oh wow, that's actually really impressive that you did that.
Police emergency, this is Simone.
Yes, I was pretending to be Tom Cruise and I fell. I fell really hard on my bottom. Wow, what a good one.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Closest to death you've ever come, I think.
Mason box office though.
Oh!
Now, on a budget of $178 million, that seems very reasonable, you know?
These days,
These
sure.
movies blowing out to $300 million. What are you even making? What are we doing here?
I don't know.
You know? Nonsense.
I reckon bring back the mid-budget movie. Give us a mid-budget Mission Impossible.
Mm.
They're just, you know,
I guess if I wanted to look like something, it would be the Treadstone TV series based within the Jason Bourne universe.
Absolutely. How about this Mission Impossible 9? It's just exclusively Tom Cruise disappearing behind buses.
Perfect.
Just constantly. 2 hours of that. He was just there and then the bus went by and he disappeared.
How does he do it? The box office return on this, though, was $791.7 million. The biggest of the franchise as of yet.
Good.
But maybe not forever, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like these are just getting more and more beloved. It did come in behind Infinity War, Black Panther, Fallen Kingdom, Incredibles 2, Aquaman, Bohemian Rhapsody, and Venom.
Oh, Bohemian Rhapsody. How embarrassing.
What I love about that movie is it's fucking dreadful. What do you love about it?
That it's dreadful.
I mean, there's good performances. I love Dexter Fletcher, who came in and tried to save it after Bryan Singer. Just a fucking horrible mess, though. Check it out. Check it out, Mason.
It's got our 2 thumbs up. It's dreadful, guaranteed.
Anyways, wow. We did it. Another 3 Mission Impossible movies in the can.
That's right.
And people might love these.
People like the Mission Impossible movies or these videos?
No, these
that we
videos.
make? I mean, people might love these.
So
Sure.
I said might.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And if they do want to see these early, they could actually head over to bigsandwich.co, where they always go up early.
That's right.
Ben and Lawrence get the edit done.
They get it done.
They get it done.
We thought it would take them 1,000 videos to get them done. But they did it in one
They
video.
did one video. One video, one broken ankle. They got
That's
it
right.
done.
Who's taking the broken ankle this week? Ben, Lawrence.
There's also bonus movie commentaries. There's also video game Let's Plays. Our podcast, The Weekly Planet, where we talk movies and comics and TV shows, where, of course, we're going to cover the new Mission Impossible movie. Actually goes up there on Sunday as opposed to Monday. All of that is ad-free and exclusive. But, of course, you know, you can just hang out here. But here's a hint towards next week's video.
Whoa.
Remember that one?
Yeah, I just saw it.
And? But you didn't know we were going to cover it. You just watched it,
I
right?
just watch it. I watch it every week, yeah.
Anyways, thanks, everybody.
Grab that jam, you guys. We'll see you next week.
Goodbye.